What's up, my friends? Just waking up on the side of the caddy shack, and man, life has been such a fucking magnificent ride. I'm so blown away by what I'm experiencing, and a door has opened very recently, and a whole new chapter, new paradigm has arisen to life, and I'm so excited to be here right now. Slept here last night. This is my studio, my music studio. This is where my name is Jada Loki. I go by a bunch of different names, so I'll introduce myself in a multitude of forms. But I live in a beautiful desert property with just tons of boulders, and I love it here tremendously. I live on a retreat property that is all centered about creating a space for multiple streams of different intelligences to come and weave through. And when I say intelligences, I mean conscious languages. I mean different lineages and practices and forms of evolution, primarily rooted in spiritual evolution. Essentially, a lot of different practitioners of evolution come here to share, to teach, to study, and I'm one of the caretakers of the land, making sure that the facilities they use are primed and ready to go so they can conduct experiences, journeys, great odysseys into the deep. And it's a space that a lot of people open up when they come here. A lot of people are deeply impacted and changed and shift their life after their time here. So it's really an honor to be in a space that has such an impact on the world and has had such an impact upon me. I am currently in a big barn. It used to be an old horse barn that we've converted, and this is essentially my quadrant of the jam of the space is the studio. A dear friend of mine who within this community essentially serves as my predecessor. We've got very similar psychological anatomies, majors of chaos, you could say. That picture really describes him and myself quite well. Being blasted in the sweet sauce. He helped me set up this space, and as of now, he's essentially created the spaceship with me, and then he's not really creating music at the moment, so it's pretty much just me in here. And what am I doing here? Well, I create. I'm a creator. I am a journalist. I'm here to share with you from a space of freed expression, from a space of radical authenticity, from a space of this is how I feel God. And I know that by reaching into myself and connecting with what turns me on, what activates every fiber of my being, and by sharing that with you, I am inviting and catalyzing it in you as well. To turn myself on is to turn the fam on. So I'm all for multi-dimensional orgasms. So, lots can be doing and getting done here. I would say the main reason that I decided to move to this land, and when I moved here, none of this was really here, except the drum set. Hey, shout out. The main reason I moved here is because I want to create from the heart of a vortex, and this is the most magical land that I've ever been to. From the point of view of how many different layers of cross-pollinating multi-dimensional activity are unfolding here. These different planes and lineages in different ways that have been studied and developed thousands of years, all coming together to meet here and converge in a new form. I love it here. So what I really want to talk to you about today is where I am now, a small taste of where I've been to contextualize it and set forth for new. As I said earlier, this is a very new paradigm in my journey of life, and some things are still the same. What is consistent is I am interested in developing myself and activating the potential of my artistry, primarily with music and art. And I seek to develop myself in a way which is simultaneously develop myself and release this creation in a way that is simultaneously growing an audience and sharing and celebrating the process of this journey with you. And I've been doing a lot of creative work for a long time, but developing a community around it hasn't really been a priority for me in the past. I've been way more interested and focused upon the creation itself, which I don't plan to take any attention away from that process, but rather I feel by sharing and celebrating the journey, by externalizing it and creating space for you to come along with me, I know now that this is something really good for my process as well as ours. It's something that it's time to do. So this video, the primary reason that I wanted to create it was to talk about what it means for me and how I see the landscape of opening a dialogue with culture and sharing this process of creation. Right now, as I look at the horizon, I'm excited by the emerging technologies that are here right now. And when it comes to creating a digital culture, there's no cooler time to do it. And I say that because our society's already gone through the digitization of the first layer of mass digital reality becoming normal. Social media exploded a while ago, right? We're many years into this now. I'm fascinated at and there's a lot of limitations that live within social media that I feel are being answered by a new technology called blockchain, cryptocurrency, along with the multitude of platforms that emerge in the capabilities that this technology allow us. So as I intentionally create a space for this digital community to gather around my work and my voice. I am going to do this in a way that is very intentional upon feeding and giving life to and giving root and reality to this emergent technology. Like just blowing up on Instagram or isn't like there was a wave for that, and that wave has passed. And if I were doing this 5-6 years ago, I would have taken the Instagram approach because this new technology wasn't available. But what is available now is this emerging market too, which also creates a ton of freedom in terms of the central landing space of the community, the freedom in what I get to say and do and who I get to be, how I can express myself and being me. There doesn't need to be a filter for content, and I don't need a record label to do everything that I want to do and to create this really special digital community. And I also feel that I can do this in a way which gives life to people and possibilities. So I feel this is the embarkation of a very new and beautiful journey. How I experience the horizon now in terms of, okay, so this is my intention to create to the deepest level of my capability, to expand my capacity, to make the most beautiful works that I can in the time that I have here. And then to celebrate that process in a way which grows and nourishes a vibrant digital community and recognize the community to be a part of me. Now, of course, I don't really know how I'm going to do this. I know that I am, and that's just about it. And one thing, like a fundamental format that seems to make sense to me right now, is to structure this in a way I recognize that consistency is really key in the world of sharing. And I've felt called for some time now to give a bit of form and rhythm and structure to my creative process so that I'm regularly, every week, releasing a publication, an edition, a song. And every week I would like to release a song with an original piece of art, and through the week celebrate the process of creating that piece, the process of life that I'm with, and operate in a way that there's a daily output, a daily connectivity to the digital community, and I'm constructing something that has high value, like a core directive every week is to compose and create for this release, so that all of the energy that I'm building in a daily contact and conversation connection with the rising digital community, all that energy is directed to essentially some form of promotion for this piece. I'm generating the wings of flight for the body of the bird to launch and cast and thrive and flourish and touch as many people as possible for the benefit of the most sentient beings possible. We're studying virality. We're studying emerging technology. And we're also here to be in connection with people. I feel I'm so fortunate for the life I am living right now. I'm so fortunate that what I think about every day is that which turns me on to such an extraordinary degree. I am absolutely in orgasmic elation to simply be here in life, touching God in the way that I do. I have everything that I need around me. I can live on my land. I have a music studio that's fucking awesome. I have technology and resources and time to play. So I know that I'm in an incredibly fortunate situation, and I want to live in a way where I'm sharing this fuck yesness with other people, and I'm catalyzing it in other people. I'm interested in making tea and tuning it with this feeling and giving it to you, because it tastes really good. It's gonna be great. And I feel all of us can do this. It's gonna look totally different for everyone, but I know that all of us can do what we love, and that's what I want to inspire. So, with all that, I have a few resources that 3 different people that I can reach out to who know more about all of this than I do, and may be able to help guide me in the digital frontier of creating crypto communities around creation. This technology is pretty new. There's also so exciting and so versatile and dynamic. So I feel like this social approach from me is some blending between mainstream media and mainstream social media platform and crypto platform. There's also a chance, yeah, that feels good. I already have an audience on the mainstream platforms, primarily Instagram. So I would really like to grow on the blockchain space. I think that's most interesting to me. And I feel it's about bridging worlds here, to feed the rising community with mainstream culture. It's really good for us. Yeah. So here I am. Really excited to be here. Thanks for joining me. I am AhziRa, and we're on an odyssey. I am AhziRa, and this is the Odyssey. Wow, okay. I am AhziRa, and this is the Odyssey.